Jen and I are in Ujoint National Forest outside of Mammoth Lakes, California. It's Monday, April 16th. And very shortly here, we're gonna head into town to go to the library. I have taxes to do, and it's freezing out. Today's shaping up to be a real winter.
Anyway, batteries, I shockingly do extremely well. I mean, the
Canon ones do.
What?
The Canon ones seem to do great.
Oh, is it a
This one's
a
generic.
Yeah. Come on, Monty. Brown sugar oatmeal. Because what's the most important meal of the day, Christopher?
Breakfast.
Okay.
We
New
made
pack.
it a rule to try to have breakfast every single morning.
Yeah. Because we weren't so good at that.
Nope.
So we have a big day today. I know we're not alone in this big day. Taxes. Okay, and here's the salt. It is a little warm because it was on the hot.
This is cinnamon and sugar oatmeal with
Brown sugar, cinnamon.
and
I put banana on mine.
yeah. Oh wow. You're using the spoon as a knife.
Yeah.
So we got up this morning, it was snowing. We went to the library to work on our taxes. We left the library, went to the grocery store, it was snowing horizontally, and now it's hot spring time. You see those clouds in the mountains? That's snow, and it's a lot of it. The weather out here is just crazy. You can go 5 miles and it can be completely different. It's Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. Mammoth Lakes. It's about 18 degrees out. It's frigid. Jen and I found this great campsite near the hot spring that I was in last night, and it's in a little bit of a valley. Little clearing. There's a fire ring. This is fantastic. We've been spending about 2 hours a day, every day, at the Mammoth Library. Taxes, content, productivity. It's really helpful for us to hunker down and just spend time working on business. It helps us stay on the road. It allows us to stay on the road. Does it say distances on there?
No, but I say we just walk, and if it's kind of like, yeah, we've done enough walking.
Yeah. So me, Jen, and Monty are walking toward Obsidian Dome, north of Mammoth Lakes, California. And we expected to drive a little bit further in, but no wheeled vehicles. So okay, we're doing this.
I think he knows what I'm trying to do. Monty, come. That would have been another really good shot. Actually, looks like there's a trail down here. Yeah, there. It's got. Well, I don't know if it's an actual trail. Stay. Stay. Okay, I think it was worth the
Yeah,
however many miles hike that we're have since now embarked on. Oh my goodness, imagine driving this road.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Still have them?
Yes.
Good.
Woo! Oh, good content. Come on, buddy.
Jen and I are on our way back to the Jeeps from the Obsidian Dome hike. I fell in a hole. And we weren't going to go the whole way, but it got awesome.
Very awesome.
So we went to the top of the dome, what we think is the top of the dome, and it was worth it. Probably about a 4-mile round trip.
Yeah. Thankfully, 2 miles downhill right now.
Yes. So we're parked at Route 395, and we walked in all the way to the
When it's in
Obsidian Dome.
season, you can drive, but I think because of the snow, it was closed to vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have to discard this water. Thank you. Okay. Get the sweet potato boiling. Vegetarian. Oh gosh, it's so nice out. I mean, 24 hours ago and it was snowing.
Yeah.
Actually, like snowing all around us, except for right here.
But I had the opportunity to do the hot spring.
I know, I was a bit of a pansy. It was a little cold. And
It was cold.
I know, but now I'm kind of regretting it.
No,
I wish I was more brave.
there will be other opportunities.
I don't know, the hot springs are like the place where everyone hangs out. And they're so small, but there's so many people. Monty, stay close. Look at all that green. We have, so this is just sweet potato, red pepper, scallions, broccoli, kale. Vegetables out here in California are so affordable that it makes eating healthy a lot easier.
And fun.
And fun, yeah, we're having a good time.
I don't crave comfort food anymore because
That's bull. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It's warm over here on this side, though. Okay, we know which one's Langel's.
Many thanks to whomever left the wood.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
This is our 6th helping of toasted marshmallow. And we hiked up a volcanic dome.
Yeah, we hiked to the top of a...
I love it when Chris loses his words.
That happens more than you guys know. This is our 2nd night at this campsite, and it's a good one. Outside of Mammoth Lakes, it checks all the boxes. It's even in a little kind of valley.
Yeah.
Shielded from the wind a little bit.
We were protected pretty well from the weather.
What do you think, they're ready?
Yeah.
Wednesday morning, making coffee. Gonna hang out at camp this morning. Maybe look at the Jeeps. Just do like, I don't know, there's something might be up with mine.
Oh man, I have to go glub, glub, glub.
Oh.
Okay, come back. You're still in it!
My sleeve.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Oh. You got wet.
It's okay. While driving around this past week around Mammoth Lakes, California, in 4 low, I would notice a ticking coming out of the front of my Jeep. I didn't think much of it at first because it's a Jeep thing. They make all kinds of noises. Just turn the radio up. But it warrants investigation. I'm a little bit worried that it's a front axle U-joint. Front axle U-joint is fine if you catch it early, but if you let it go and it deteriorates, it can, and the result can be crippling and catastrophic. So I'm gonna check that piece out now, and there's a few things that have to happen first. Something for the ground, jack base, tool bag, I need to get the factory jack out, which I've never used before. Wow, it's really dirty in there. This orange block is the AEV jack base. It comes with the AEV 3.5-inch suspension. So this joint right in here might be going bad. I'm looking for slop, just something that's not as tight as it should be. I was hoping it would be more obvious, but it's not very obvious. This piece right in here is what I thought it was. It's just a little joint that allows the front axle to turn, and you can turn your wheels from side to side when you're in four-wheel drive. And I was hoping and expecting to see slop in that. So it's a little X-shaped joint. It could be the one on the other side, or it could be the front drive shaft. I don't know. It's gonna need another set of eyes, I think. Come on, do it. Alright. I can't quite tell like that. I agree with you, but I think we've exhausted what we can do out here in the field.
Well, but we know there's something.
Yeah.
And we're playing with the gas.
And turn, usually.
And turn. Biggest red pepper I could find for 9.96.
It's Wednesday night, and today I tried to pinpoint the source of that clicking in under my Jeep. I thought that once I put the front wheel in the air that I'd see slop in the U-joint, and that would be that. It needs a new front axle U-joint, and I don't know. It's still May. But the fact that I couldn't easily identify the problem myself, what I'm going to do is just prioritize getting it to a shop, getting it up on a lift, and have someone take a look at it. Meanwhile, no four-wheel drive until that can happen, because I don't want to grenade something into tiny metal bits.
Oh, I always all up. Why isn't Jennifer in the videos anymore? Because she's got a potty mouth. And she messes up my shots.
In the meantime, life goes on, and tonight we're having, there's
Ooh.
Italian sausage.
Italian sausage,
Yeah.
more sweet potato. We've been eating a lot of sweet potato,
Yes.
but it's cheap and it's really good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Red pepper and kale and scallions. I choose a lot of these because I choose what, like, pardon me. I just like to choose what holds up well in the refrigerator and in the environment that we're working in.
Yeah.
So certain things, certain vegetables just have a better shelf life and we get more for our money. Should we?
See what's up there?
Dead end ahead. Like, what is it? I'm just curious. It's you. Golly.
Bless
Did you get that too?
Yes, I did.
I'm just like, it might not be anything. I'm just curious. And it says it's a dead end. We've just been driving by it and it just is so like kind of built. Like I'm half expecting there to be some kind of thing.
Jen and I were just reflecting upon this campsite that we've come to
Oh
love.
my God, it's wonderful.
He's getting excited because we're getting close to our campsite.
Well, no, this is what he does every time we go off road, like off anything that isn't pavement. So I haven't decided what his general feeling is on this. So here's the real fun trick, is whether or not I can re-level on the same rocks. Third day in a row.
I'm still poking around under the Jeep trying to find the source of that clicking. And we think that it might be the CV joint on the transfer case side of the front drive shaft. Those apparently, after some Googling, have a tendency to wear out, and I've been racking up the miles. Might need to get a replacement, and I reached out via Instagram, asking people for their suggestions and if anyone knew of any shops in the Reno or Lake Tahoe area. And I had a lot of input, for which I'm really appreciative, so thanks guys. But I'm going to try to take care of this next week, if this is indeed the problem. It's Thursday afternoon at our campsite near Mammoth Lakes, California. It's snowing a bit in the mountains. Although it's a little bit overcast right now, Our campsite is usually an oasis of fair weather.
Do you wear like fruity deodorant?
It's masculine.
It's not very masculine. It smells kind of like.
Oh my.
It smells like herbal.
Now I have a whole stick.
No! No. Lie down. Lie down. Yes, that's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Okay, now it's.
Aww.
Okay. It's Thursday night in Mammoth Lakes, California, and that is a wrap for this week. This week we stayed in one place most of the time. Well, not one place specifically, but one region, just the Mammoth Lakes region surrounding Inyo National Forest. And we camped in a few spots, but this spot where we're at now is our favorite.
I love this spot. No, Monty. Where do we go from here? To South Lake Tahoe, Reno,
Yes.
Sparks.
That's the plan. That is the plan, to go from here. So after I publish a video tomorrow, on Friday in Mammoth Lakes, on Saturday, we're going to head out.
Yeah, we're going to make our way. Though, be sure to follow us on Instagram, because we are going to do our first ever pop-up meetup in Mammoth Lakes. So if you're in Mammoth Lakes,
Pop-up meetup on Instagram.
Yep.
So at random intervals, with just maybe a little bit of lead time, we're going to mention on Instagram when and where we're going to be. And at that point, you are invited to join us, wherever
Yep.
that may be.
something that we have been working on is we want to do more with our Patreon supporters, for Chris's Patreon supporters, but all of you who support Chris are kind of giving me a hand too, because Chris is super supportive for Monty and I and the documentary work. So if you are a Patreon follower, supporter, this is going to be a very entertaining video. Please be sure to follow or sign up to just follow. You don't have to be a monetary supporter, but we've got some fun things in store for all of you who have just been so generous in supporting this journey.
Yeah, Patreon was a subject that just came up today as Jen and I were just kind of talking about how we can increase the value of that service to you. Because right now, Monty is losing it. Monty just wants to hang out. Venture Forward is a community-driven
platform, like everything about everything that he does. He just started doing this thing, and it's generated all of you who follow and watch the story, and I mean myself included. I didn't actually even know really about what he has to offer in terms of the people who invest into the story. He's super talented with keeping track of navigation and all of our camping waypoints. I'm going to be adding to this platform by sharing more for like the women and the dog owners out there. So extra information for those who invest into the journey. I'm a professional photographer and writer, and between his navigational trip planning, my project management, hopefully we can share more of our experiences with you in a way that will inspire you all to venture forward on your own.
We want to include you, our supporters, into this experience, bring you into it, make you a part of it, because you very much deserve to be for all that you've done so far. And
then moving forward, we're going to test out another idea we have, but you're just going to have to follow us along on Patreon or show up at one of our pop-ups if you're in the area and ask us questions.
Yep.
We want to share more with y'all, and that's the long and short of that. But right now, be sure to follow us on Instagram, all three of us, because any one of us, any given time, are going to put out the details for information on our first ever meetup pop-up. Yep. Which is going to happen probably in the next 2 days in the Mammoth Lakes area. Yep. And then just stay tuned.
Yep. So that's...
Oh my gosh. He's really not hurting my hand.
That's Venture4WD is my Instagram.
And I'm at Jennifer.Langille, Langille. And then Monty is Mondays with Monty.
All right, so that's a wrap for this week. And thank you guys for following along. And thank you everyone for your support. We will catch up with you again a few hours north of here, probably in Lake Tahoe, Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the end of the week, maybe
Next
just a
week.
little outside of the Reno area, depending on the Jeep
Yep.
and...
Oh, yeah.